directive with rage is pressure. Upon your neck, the burden's out his cage. God made a way, look at burdens that I escaped. I'm setting stage, I raise the stakes, they got the time now. You know how the saying go when they come round. What goes up must come down. And we ain't going with them. Picking your shoes and picking the slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now. The clear this ain't gold, look around where we roam through. In the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to. Quick as sand was engulfing, but intact with my soul. Been dispatched, I'm evolving, searching for solitude. While most fold, I'm calm and composed. Stop the politicking when know they voters is froze. I'm off the hit with the 50s, I can't be product of system. I pray to God, know he listen, won't seal my fate with some kisses. Nah, cause we ain't got time to keep off our toes. The type of vigor make you consider throwing the towel. I'm in the mood to make y'all remember going to proud. Sharpen my sword, declaring the war on foes and cows, yeah. So pass me the torch, thrones and crowns. It's the voice of the future tonight, rooster sounds. The bronze age forever, this a God-given level. On a high like crescendo, where my mind state resemble. Picking your shoes and picking the slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now.
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pops to...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At their own 21-yard line. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line. Hey, 47. Throwing. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. You talk about this Jets defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And again, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys, and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action now. Prescott. Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. At their own 18-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Complete to Bryant. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
But how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Pollard one more time. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, That's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On play action, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Martavis Bryant. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
47.
Here's Prescott. And Cooks hands it over the middle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Isabella now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But all you guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
26.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
On second down, a run with Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
54, go to 54, line. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott now. That's caught once again by Gallup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Isabella now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's
3rd and 9 here.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, going to 54, wide 26.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The role of the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Here's Hall again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Give to Hall running right. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Paul want to give up the middle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His throw incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
That's complete to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so as he gets fouled there on 3rd and a yard. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now Rodgers. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Isabella now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Well, a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Jets first down.
Rodgers now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back. As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win here for the Jets. And we've said it so many times.